Hey guys, welcome back. I wanted to show you something. I hadn't been on my design space for a long time. Well, not a long time, but for a week or two. And they have some new stuff. Let's see. Images. And I think I want to try one of these full sets. If you're an Access member, you should have access to what I'm going to show you now. Okay. Let me pause it and give it a second to load. Okay, it loaded. Um, so the Cardinals. I mean, a lot of us are in like Christmas card making mode, and they have quite a few Cardinals. This could be an ornament, or you could put it on a card. You have this one. There's several different kinds that you can choose from. And if you don't have a cardinal die, like I don't have a cardinal die, but I would surely make that one. Add to canvas. And I think this is the one I want to try. So I'm going to get some paper together. And then we're going to try it. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my colors ready and I'm going to go ahead and cut. Now let me just move this to the other side so you guys can see. And we're gonna start with the white. Let's put heavy cardstock, and I'm gonna put more. Let's see, load a black pen. Okay. Okay, so the pen is loaded. So that's good to go. And okay, and now we're gonna switch it out to our blade. Make sure there's nothing in there. And then we're gonna press go. Okay, take that off. And we have our first part cut. So let's move that one to the side. And now we're gonna go with the black cardstock. And this one is thinner, so I'm going to not let it cut so much. This is a cardstock that leaves all these little fibers on it, but fine. Spell it 3 times. There's our second piece. And I guess all these just go layered one on top of each other. So then you have something like that going on. Okay. Next is the brown, but I think I'm going to do the red first. Okay. Okay, let's cut a piece of our red cardstock. I think I messed up. I needed a bigger piece. Okay. Okay. Let's add some tape. Okay. There we go. And then this one will go on top. So it's just layer upon layer. And that looks so pretty. Alrighty. Let's get the beak done. Oh, let's see. Let's get that fiber off. Let's choose our cardstock. And it came out all by itself. So we have our little beak. And the cardinal is already done there. So let's unload this, and now we can make that branch. And that's the last piece we need. Of course, except for making the card base and stuff. You don't want to have any of these pieces of paper left on your mat, because that could snag on your blade and cause the whole thing to move. Okay, hold that in place. For this specific one, you have to cut out the branch as well, because that's what has the little bird's feet. Okay, now when we peel that off, that's our piece. Okay, so I'm gonna move all this out the way, and then we can put it together. Okay, so we're gonna start off with our berries, and we're just gonna add some glue. And we're gonna attach it to the branch. And then we can let that set up. Now we're gonna go to our cardinal, and we could take our black layer and add that to it as well. And you can really line that up so you can not really see the white part underneath. I'm happy that they did the whole thing like that though, because that white cardstock underneath, it adds a little more thickness to the piece and it's a little more stable, so that's always great to have. You don't want your little die cuts to be falling off or getting snagged really easily, so having multiple layers helps. I'm super happy that Cricut came out with this one, because means that you don't have to run out and go buy a whole die set if you have access, which is always good. Okay, so that's our cardinal. Let's get the beak on. Okay, so that's our little guy, and that one would sit right there. I have to see the way they did it. I think it was something like that. But with me, I'm gonna add extra stuff. I'm gonna add some glossy accents. I'm gonna put it on the berries and maybe the beak, maybe the eyes, just to make everything pop a little more. If I can find the needle. Ooh, I'm always missing something here. Okay. I don't want to pause, but I think I'm going to have to. All right, let me find it and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're going to add some to our berries. And we're just going to keep going until it's all filled in. And then we're going to come and add some on the beak. And maybe the eyeball. Now we're going to let that set and then we'll come back. I'm going to see if I find some papers and stuff so we can make a card out of it. Alrighty, I'll be right back. Okay, so I have some paper, and while I have that other stuff drying, I'm gonna go ahead and die cut this one. And I'm using a manual machine because everyone is still sleeping here. Okay. Let's go ahead and cut it. There we go. This to the side. So we have that. And then if we come and bring these over, we can go ahead and do this. Now, of course, I have to have some glitter somewhere. So I'm going to bring in some cardstock, some glitter cardstock. And then these guys will go something like that. So we can move our whole image to the side. Or we can do it just like this. And then we can add a sentiment right there, which I think is what I'm going to do. In hindsight, I probably would have flipped the image over, so then you would have the cardinal looking in the other direction. But it's okay. We can work with it. Let me get my glitter. And we're going to cut this a little bigger than this. So I'm just going to move this out very carefully so I don't mess that up. Let's bring our guillotine. And we're just basically going to figure out how much we need. I know these are a lot of the colors that I use, but with it being like a holiday thing, it just looks so pretty together. See? It just goes together. And I get to use what I have, even though I shopped. Yes, I know, I'm feeling guilty. But on the other hand, I'm not shopping as much as I used to, so I should cut myself some slack. Okay, so this is what we have. If we need to trim it down just a little bit more, we can do that. I most likely will, because I'm not liking the way it looks. A little bit more there, and just a tad on the other side. Let's see now. Okay. Yeah, that's much better. So it's just a little border. Nothing big. And that's what we have. So then when we set it on the red, it'll pop out a little more. And then we just have to find a sentiment we like. So that'll go there. And let's glue that down. Even though I don't use Cricut a lot for these type of things, like for cards and stuff, I mainly use it for home decor items. It's always good to have like another option that you can turn to, another tool in your tool belt that can help you with items you don't have. So if you've seen cardinals or other flowers and stuff that you absolutely loved, and don't want to purchase, this is your option. For some reason this thing cut all crooked, so I'm going to try to fix that. So let's just do that. That there. Okay. So now we have that. We're gonna let that dry a little bit more, and then I'll be back when it's ready to be glued down. Okay, so I'm actually loving the way this is turning out. I'm going to use the sentiment from the season for giving, and this is one of Crafter's Companions snowmen. They came like with 3 or 4 in a set, so I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna layer these things up. So I'm figuring we're gonna do red, a glitter, another red, and then just white paper so I could stamp on top of it. So I'm gonna get that ready to go. I'll save the one that's gonna be stamped for last. But I guess the 2 red I'll do there, and then the glitter here. So let's get that done. Move this guy to the side carefully. So this is just like I said, giving you guys options that you don't necessarily have to have specific things to create some pretty cards. Now, if you're not an Access member, then you might have to buy the file, but it's like 99 cents, which to me, I'm just gonna rip this, is a great deal. Especially if you can use it to make quite a few of your cards for the holidays. Let's move this down a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and cut this. Alrighty. So far we have this, and then this gonna go on top, and then we could try it, and if we don't like it, we could just reverse it. So we have that. Maybe that's too much red. Okay, let's try to reverse it, see if we like it better. So we're going to do white. And we can do the red from this one. And then we'll have to just do the white on this and just do 3 layers, which is fine. We're just gonna hold that down. Okay. And I think that's gonna look a whole lot better. So let's put it there. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, so we're gonna stamp the other one and then we'll cut it out of that. Let's put this to the side. Let me get our stamp stuff together and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and stamped it, and I was debating on whether it looked best with the black or the red. And I think in this case, I think it looks better with the black just because there's so much red going on. So I think that's what we're gonna do. And we're just gonna glue these together. Okay. Just put those together. And I'm not adding any foam tape or anything just because it's already pretty, it's a pretty thick card. All right. And now we're gonna go ahead and glue the second part. Okay. We'll set that aside, and now we can start putting our card together. Now, before I do anything else, I want to see if I want to add anything to the bottom. And I was thinking maybe some twine. We can wrap that around a couple of times and glue it. Let's see. Let's try it. That's the best part of these videos. We get just to try stuff, and if we don't like it, we can take it off. All right, let's move that to the side. And let's just wrap this around a couple of times. And maybe make a bow there. Let's give myself some more. Okay. Just a little bit more. Rather have a little more than too little. Now we could just leave it like that. And let's see how, if we like it. Add that there. And then our sentiment there. And I think in this case, it does go well. But I don't think I'm gonna do a bow. I think I'm just gonna leave it either like that, or take this to the back and just leave it nice and plain in the front. Let's see how it looks. Okay, but I'm not hating that, so maybe we'll just leave it there. just to add some fiber. Let's see how it looked on the other side. That looks a little more clean, but I think it's missing just one more layer. Let's try one more time. This time we're gonna get more. And let's see if we add 3 different layers, how that looks. And I think that might look nope, I think it needs something in the middle. Okay. Let me figure that out and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're going to use twine because it looks good. And I wanted to give it more of an earthy feel. I'm going to add some tape to the back of this so it could stay still. Okay. And then we're good. We're going to glue this whole panel down now. And I'm not adding any foam tape or anything. But I am adding plenty of glue there. Just spreading that out. Okay. And we're going to hold that down. Tape stuck. And now we can start layering all our panels down. And we have to first see where this guy is going to go. I may have to glue this down first onto the bird. Okay, so we have the bird there. Just clean that up a little bit. Okay. And then we'll have our sentiment here. So we're going to bring this one a little bit down. And it doesn't bother me if it goes off. Actually, I kind of like that it goes off a little bit. Okay, let's glue him down. I'm actually going to move it a little bit up because I think I want this to go there, or we can even pop that up. Maybe not. I think there it's better. Okay, I haven't glued that down yet because I want to put the sentiment first. And we can push that down there. And we can have this little guy. Just leaning on that one. Have that glued down and just add a little bit of glue here. Now we're almost done. And that's our little card. I think it looks super pretty. I'm sorry for all the pausing and troubleshooting, but that's the way we craft, right? So good to go. If you have a Cricut, you may want to look into those image sets because they have quite a few little birds and stuff that you may be able to use. Anyway, guys, I hope this helps you. If you don't have any of the cardinals and you wanted to make some holiday cards with cardinals, I really love that I added that because it just gives it a little more texture. And if you like glitter, you can add some more. You can add some snow to the branch, which I might do because I think it needs it. And that's it. Hope you guys have a great one.